Welcome back. It's Dr. Jen Faboni, better known as DocJenFit, doctor of physical therapy and owner and founder of Gen Health, your platform that you can search any ache and pain that you have in your body, find a video for free, a movement playlist that you can search through, or plans that you can follow for daily accountability so you don't have to think. We're going to do some exercises to upgrade your heel raise, especially if you're complaining of posterior tibialis tendonitis or over-pronation of the foot. Improving how you do a heel raise is actually going to help so that it supports the arch, supports your entire foot ankle complex, and keeps your feet healthier long term. I am going to use a ball here from the Gait Happens foot kit, and I do have a link and a discount if you want that entire foot kit that they have. It's a really incredible tools to really help improve your foot in so many different capacities, but this is the ball that we're going to use for that first exercise. I'm going to do a heel raise with the ball between my ankles. So it's going to be like right at your heels. You're going to be squeezing a ball. You want the ball to be relatively small. You can use like a small tune-up ball, or this is a ball from the Gait Happens foot kit. You just don't want like a tennis ball or something too big, preferably. And actually, let me get a little bit closer to the wall. I'm using the wall for stability so that I'm not having to work on balance as I'm doing a heel raise. Now the ball is here to improve supination as I come up at the top of that heel raise. So I'm going to have my feet facing forward, preferably my big toes facing forward. And I'm going to come right over the ball of my foot onto my big toe as I raise straight up, pinching almost into that ball. So heels come in toward each other and then slow on the way down. And I come up and down. Now I'm trying not to fall into the wall. Okay. I'm using it here for stability and support, but I'm really, oops, my ball came out. I have too much lotion on my feet. So here, squeezing in and then coming slow down, squeezing in. And what you notice at the top is my heels kind of pinch in toward each other. That's what we want to create at the top of the movement, but I'm staying over the ball of my foot, still putting pressure out toward all my toes. So my pinky toe is still on the floor. I don't want to lose that connection to my pinky toe, but I'm really putting the weight over the ball of the big toe. Now, as I'm talking, I'm trying to remember I'm doing 10, nice and slow on the way down, coming up, nice and slow on the way down. And I'll do 2 more, I think. So bad at keeping count and talking. And then we just have 1 more set. So again, you want this ball here as feedback. It's going to kind of be at like the bottom of those ankle bones and into the heels, and you're going to use it to really squeeze those heels together at the top. This is what we need at the end of push off when we're walking. So every step that we take, we should be finding the supination of the foot, okay, so that we're not staying in that pronated state. So again, staying over the ball of the big toe, raising straight up, squeezing that ball in toward each other. I'm doing 10, up and slow on the way down. 5, slow. 6, squeeze that ball straight up. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake that out, kind of see how that feels. Prior to being able to do a single leg heel raise, we want to make sure that we have the good control. So we're going to do 2 feet on the way up, 1 foot on the way down. This is going to help to build that what's called eccentric strength on the foot that I'm really working. So I'm going to stand in front of a wall about a foot away, making sure that I have balance here. I'm going to go straight over the balls of my big toes, coming straight up. Now shift over to 1 foot and go really slow on the way down. Coming straight up and slow on the way down. Okay. The goal is to do 10 on one side. Okay. So we come up quick, right over the ball of the big toe, coming down nice and slow, coming up quick, and then controlling the way down. This is what's going to help to improve that strength so that I have better support and stability when I go into working a single leg heel raise. Coming straight up and then going slow on the way down. Straight up and slow. Up, coming down. And I think 2 more. Again, I lost count a little bit. and control. Now, what you're trying to focus on is as I come up and I'm shifting, I'm not shifting over. So I'm really staying right over the ball of that big toe, coming slow on the way down, using that other foot to help assist me all the way up to the top of that heel raise. What usually happens when people move on to a single leg heel raise too quickly before their body is really ready for it is that we're kind of cheating that range of motion. We're not getting into that full single leg kind of range of motion. So that's why starting with 2 feet is a really good way to make sure that we're doing that full heel raise, we're getting that full ankle plantar flexion, and we're really building in that strength and tolerance. By the end of 10 reps, you should really start to feel that calf working here. Okay, a couple more. And down. Okay, so we'll do one more round on each side, making sure that we're really building in that proper strength. You can take some time, maybe rest between sets. This is how we start to really build in that strength, okay? Shake it out a little bit, and then we're gonna get right back into it. So feet down, making sure I'm moving over the ball of my big toe. I come straight up on both sides and then come down nice and slow on one. Straight up and nice and slow. Now, I noticed I wasn't really paying attention to where I was putting my foot, so my foot was kind of going forward or backward. Try to get it to equal with the other foot so you can look down, see where it's going, and then coming up nice and slow. But you really want to make sure you're watching and paying attention also. Is that ankle falling out to the side as you're going up? Are you noticing that you can't quite stay up as high when you go into that single leg? You're kind of coming down a little bit. So this is, all good indicators that maybe this is where I need to stay for a while prior to moving on to a single leg heel raise. Because if you're struggling with 2 sets of 10, you're noticing you're not getting as high and you're kind of cheating it a little bit or falling out to the side, these are all good, information and feedback into your body to say, okay, maybe this is where I stay for a while. I just start by building up the strength. 2 up, 1 down is a really good way to start to build up that strength and that tolerance. Especially if you're a runner, we need really strong Achilles, right? Every load and impact that we put into the floor. So making sure that we're doing these heel raises, that we're progressing them according to our body, and we're doing them with intention, which is why, we can use a ball when you're doing your heel raises at the same time, both legs at the same time, down and up. Okay, almost done, I think, with 10. Again, I kind of guess in how many I'm doing as I need a count tracker like right in front of me that I could just tap. Maybe I'll do one more and then shake it out. Hopefully you're feeling that. If you feel ready to do the progression, you always can, but this is a great place to start, especially if you haven't been working on your heel raises and you are having issues on the inside of the foot when running, or you're just getting that over-pronation when you're walking. So making sure that you're coming back to these exercises and doing them on a regular basis, not daily, but a regular basis, is a really good place to start and continue with that ankle and foot health. Now, if you want a daily plan to follow so that you don't have to worry about what you're supposed to do every day and how often you should be doing it, we do have a foot and ankle plan on Gen Health, and we go through all these different progressions of how you should be doing an exercise, what you should be intending on, and how to properly progress it. We have 3 different phases in our foot and ankle plan, so if you want to check that out, you can get started for just $20. Don't forget, if you love what you're learning, I have so much more in stock for you. So hit that subscribe button, check out the other videos I've done in the past, and leave any comments of any suggestions that you have for videos in the future. And I can't wait to help you feel incredible and amazing within your body.